How to Write in Middle School. Copyright 2016, Luke Sullivan. The 8th grade Argumentative Essay. Background. The Common Core standards require that 7th and 8th grade students use an argumentative writing structure. An argument has two sides or opposing claims. In 7th grade, the writer only had to acknowledge alternate or opposing claims. The 8th grade writer must go further and distinguish the claim from alternate or opposing claims. This means that one of the big idea paragraphs must identify an opposing claim and explain why the claim is not valid. Further, the Core standards expect students to use accurate and credible sources. This implies that they should research the information needed to address the claims in an argumentative writing structure. The way you organize your writings is based on your purpose. When you want to persuade your reader, you use an argumentative structure. When you want to present information, you use an informational or expository structure. When you want to create an emotion, you tell a story in a narrative structure. These three predictable writing structures are common in our culture and are agreed upon ways of thinking and communicating. Today's prompt. Some people say that boys and girls should play on the same sports teams. Other people say that boys should only compete against boys and girls should only compete against girls. What do you think? Write an essay explaining your opinion. Be sure to support your points with explanations, examples, and credible evidence. What are the words that signal the kind of writing structure to use? Some people say, other people say, what do you think? Opinion. The prompt is asking you to claim one side. This is an argumentative essay and requires an argumentative writing structure. Begin by working in groups. Generate posters identifying both sides of the claim. What are the benefits of boys and girls playing on the same sports teams? What are the problems of boys and girls playing on the same sports teams? Some of the ideas may be reasons, examples, or anecdotes. There are no wrongs. Find exercises to help students articulate the connection between their idea and the claim. Here's what two posters could look like. Other people have looked at this question. Find out what they have said about the prompt. Use a search engine to find explanations, details, and examples to support each side of the claim. As you read, write down the explanations, details, and examples that you might use. Here's one way to record this information. The name of the article, the site, the author, and the date the article was written. The writer cannot include all ideas. Instead, you must analyze the information. What are the big ideas that you understand well? Which big ideas can be explained using different words? Which big ideas have examples that make the claim more clear? The writer will need to choose three that support their claim, and one that counters their claim, one that you can refute or argue against. This is the element that distinguishes the 8th grade essay. An argumentative writing structure begins with a paragraph laying out the issue in the prompt and stating the claim clearly. Begin by introducing both sides of the issues. Often these words are taken from the prompt. The paragraph will end with your claim. Sometimes it's called a thesis statement. The next 3 paragraphs will present the 3 strongest points. Record the points you want to make and their associated elements in the persuasive paragraph sections of your graphic organizer. Write them as phrases and fragments. You'll write full sentences later. Leave the closing analysis for the assembly of the first draft. This section is for the paragraph that presents a point that counters the claim but is refuted by the writer. The final paragraph presents a summary and prompts the reader to continue thinking about the essay after the reader is done. Last time we looked at a prompt. The words in the prompt indicated that an argumentative writing structure was needed. You brainstormed both sides of the issue and researched what other people have said. You analyzed the information and claimed one side of the issue. You chose 3 big ideas that support the claim and 1 big idea that counters the claim. You put all of this information in a graphic organizer. Today, you'll assemble your first draft. The opening paragraph has 3 goals. It should hook the reader's attention, it should give a general introduction of the topic, and it should state your specific position on the topic. Here are 5 common ways to hook the reader's attention. Choose one technique and start your essay. The next group of sentences provides a general introduction of the topic and presents both sides of the issue. Usually, these words are taken directly from the prompt. The last sentence of the opening paragraph is the thesis claim. It is a simple sentence choosing one side of the issue. Your strongest point is the one you can most clearly articulate and support. It will have reasons, explanations, and a specific example. Analyze your graphic organizer. Decide which point is the strongest, which is the next strongest, and your third. Here are 2 ways to organize your points. Your strongest point could go first. Your reader's attention will fade. Your first point is the only thing they'll pay attention to. You could put your strongest last. An argument is like a mountain. You bring your reader up gradually, creating inevitability. This does need an engaging writing style that holds the reader's interest. Decide on the organization of your points. Write a paragraph presenting one of your points. Usually the point you want to make is introduced in the first sentence. Use words that show your points are organized. Is this the most important point or just the first? The next sentence or sentences are explanations. You want to say the point again, but now you want to use different words. Often your research fits here. The last sentence in the paragraph restates the connection between the point and your overall claim. Think of the paragraph as a sandwich. You want bread on the top and on the bottom. So you restate your point at the end of your paragraph. A younger writer might satisfy the structural requirements of the paragraph with just a few simple sentences. An older writer will try to develop the ideas more fully using a variety of sentence structures that develop a personal writing style. Your second and third point paragraphs are written in the same fashion. Again, use words to show that your ideas are organized. The next paragraph is where the 8th grade writer distinguishes the claim from alternate or opposing claims. The first sentence summarizes one of the important points of the opposing claim. The next sentence makes the point more clear with an explanation. Your remaining sentences counter the point. This should be done simply, clearly, and with firmness. The last paragraph of the essay is a summary and so what. It must signal an end to the essay, restate your claim, remind the reader of your 3 points, and get the reader to continue thinking about your essay after they're done reading.
The youngest writer can provide it all in one sentence. Older writers develop the elements more fully, creating a personal writing style. A common technique that signals an essay as ending is to repeat or echo your opening. This creates a circular ending. If I begin with a short anecdote, I can reference it to begin my closing paragraph. This reminds the reader of your opening and creates a circular ending. The next sentence restates your opinion. Then remind the reader of your reasons. Don't mention the point you rebutted. The ending should encourage your reader to continue thinking about your essay. Do this with a suggestion, a question, or by associating your position with a larger issue. You spent your first day gathering and creating all the elements for your essay. You put them in a graphic organizer for an argumentative structure. The next day was spent assembling the elements into sentences and paragraphs. You wrote using signal words to organize and connect your reasons. This last day is for revisions. Revise means to look at again. You'll reread your essay 5 times, each time through a new lens. First read through. Is your essay focused on your topic? Do your big ideas connect to your claim? Second read through. Do you have enough content? Do you have opening and closing paragraphs? Do you have 3 big idea paragraphs supported with explanations, details, and examples? Do you have the paragraph required for 8th grade, rebutting one of the counterclaims? Third read-through. Is your essay organized so that it's easily understood? Do you use signaling words to connect your paragraphs? Are your big idea paragraphs arranged to best support your claim? Move things around if you need to. Fourth read-through. What is your writing style? Do your sentences begin the same way? Do you write with long and short sentences? Do you use dialogue? Do you set the right tone? Fifth read-through. Do you use standard writing conventions? Check for run-on sentences, fragments, verb agreements, spelling, punctuation. Some people read the essay backwards 1 sentence at a time to check for conventions. Good job.